Hey guys, welcome back. I am still on the road. It's day 2 of my road trip and broadcasting from this beautiful but small hotel room. But hey, it's just me, so it's just exactly what I need. Location is fabulous, by the way. And I have a quote on my website, and I just want to quickly just unfold that for a minute. So bear with me. The quote that I put there is: the future of humanity will not be shaped by tech, capital, and strategy entirely. We still need people, right? It will be shaped as well by the level of consciousness of the people leading institutions, companies, and communities. And what do I mean by that? Well, for those of you who know me, knows that I've been running a members club for board of directors and business owners in Stockholm, Sweden for 5 years. And what we keep saying constantly is the tone at the top really matters. So if we have all the money in the world, we have the best strategy, and we have the tech, it kind of breaks down to the tone at the top. How aware, how compassionate, and how human friendly are the leaders that sits on all this power? Will they turn to greed, lack, scarcity, and just try to get whatever they can for themselves? Or will they have a mature sense of awareness, recognizing that we only have one planet, we only have one life in our beautiful bodies, and how can we create growth and performance that is still also human flourishing? How can we feel good about ourselves and build amazing companies and communities at the same time? The tone at the top matters. And all of you that is looking and watching this broadcast right now and have power in that sense, maybe you own a company, maybe you have a very senior influential position in a company, or you could run a municipality, or you could be a really solid leader in your local community, or the volunteer leader in your local kids football club, or the matriarch of the family. Come to think of it, we all are leaders somewhere in our lives. So if we start to recognize who we are and what drives us, once we understand that, we can apply that and lift up others. So one key item is compassion. And compassion is, you really need to be brave to be vulnerable enough to show that you care and you are compassionate. And if someone in your team screws up, it's not that you kill them. It's like, oh, okay, guys, what can we learn from this? But being compassionate does not mean that you should be a pushover. So never let a good catastrophe go to waste. So if someone in your team or yourself screw up, okay, what can we learn from it? Because as long as you take the silver lining, the golden nugget of the experience, you will not make that mistake again. You would have learned, evolved, iterated, and chosen another path. That's the key to growth. But if one person in your life or you keep doing the same mistakes over and over again, hey, then you need to have a discussion, even though it's with yourself. So don't confuse compassion with being a pushover. Compassion means that give them enough leeway to dare to innovate, to dare to think outside the box. But in that iterative process, an error could be worth billions of dollars down the line if we catch it early enough. So in Silicon Valley and other tech communities, they talk about psychological safety in the workplace. But that is exactly what I'm talking about. It's love and compassion. And then we have the ability to make your staff, your team, your community grow. And this is an interesting one. I'm 46, so the women that are older than me in Sweden, they were the real pioneers when it came to female empowerment, female on boards and all that. But in that time, there was only one seat at the table where a woman were allowed to sit. So back then, women had to fight other women for that one unique seat. But now, in my generation and coming, it's like whenever I get the opportunity. So when I became the CEO of an ice hockey club in Sweden in the top league, there weren't that many women, but I just put down more chairs around the table and invited more women. Because that's the difference. We now have the luxury, at least in Sweden, to go from a zero-sum game, it's her or me, at this table, to actually realizing, well, we're both freaking awesome, let's pull up another chair. And this is what I call moving from a zero-sum game. It's someone is winning and someone is always losing because there is limited resources mentally. Move from that state to an abundant state when you realize, oh, what's good for that person is also good for me. In all my previous CEO roles, I have always had one goal, and that is to make myself completely redundant. The minute I built a strong enough team that they don't even notice if I show up to the office, I'm like, great, my work here is done. I groom, I lift up people, I leave, because I have this belief that there will be a chair somewhere in another room waiting for me. Sometimes it has taken a while, and I've been a bit stressed out, but then it always comes in one shape or form. And the more people that dare to let people around them and in a hierarchy underneath them, so to speak, lift them up and make them shine, if they succeed, it will look good on you as their boss as well. And there's always room for good people. So that's what I mean when I talk about having the money, having the strategy, having the tech. If you have leaders in those communities, companies, settings that have this abundant mindset, it will really benefit the people and the planet. We will perform and grow, and we will flourish and feel amazing in the process. And that's why it's so important that the leaders at that top layer really are internally aligned. If you're going to speak my language, I call it internally aligned. You need to be emotionally aware, know about your emotions, don't get run by them, know what triggers you and balance you so you can be this really supportive and genuine leader. You also need to be very strategically clear. You know your values, you know how to handle your team, and you're also aligned with the company values. That makes life so much more easier. You don't have to compromise on your integrity like hardly ever, which is a really great feeling. And these people, not only this, they need to be capable then to put all this in the mix and create an environment for deep growth and deep human flourishing. Boom. And that is the overall meaning of my quote when I say that the tone at the top really, really matters. Are you interested to hear more about this? Check out my website, globalheartleaders.com. Don't be shy, reach out if you want some coaching or a sparring partner on how to drive change and find your inner path. Please like, share, subscribe, or even forward this video to someone you think might need to hear these words at this very time. So I'll see you around, guys.